Focus. It's the number one key to success, and it's a thing that too many people have lost. They don't know how to regain it, especially when it comes to goal achievement programs. Hi, I'm David Essel. I've told this story so many times about my experience with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi and how he radically changed my world in the world of goal achievement. Before my work with him, I did what everyone else did, and what a lot of, unfortunately, still people do today. And that is we try to go after multiple goals at the same time. A little bit towards our spiritual path, a little bit towards money, a little bit towards our body, a little bit towards love. And guess what? At the end of 365 days, very rarely are we ever ahead of the game. And then we created this program after my hour-long interview, the One Thing Theory. We trademarked it in 1996, and now it's a crucial part of our work. The One Thing Theory states that at any given time in life, there's only one major goal to go after. And if you go after it and put all of your effort into that one goal, at the end, when you have achieved it or are close to achieving it, every other area of your life will have improved. Isn't that awesome? In other words, we've got to stay focused. This whole thing about multitasking being a way to achieve greatness is out of control. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. Listen, so many people in this country right now, just in the United States, and I know this video is viewed by people all over the world, are struggling financially. 70% are struggling with their weight. 33% are struggling with alcohol. 25% are struggling with nicotine, smoking. Then the list goes on and on and on. And why is that? Because we haven't gotten focused and gone after the one major goal that's going to radically change everything. So what does the One Thing Theory consist of? Grab your pen and paper because you're going to want it. You're going to want to jot down notes. The One Thing Theory states that at any given time in life, there's only one goal to go after. It's usually the one we've denied, delayed, procrastinated for months or years. And once we go ahead and attack that goal, every other area of life will improve. But here's the key part of it. It's not just action steps. You know, we refuted that in our #1 best-selling book, Positive Thinking Will Never Change Your Life, but this book will. The Myth of Positive Thinking, the Reality of Success. We refuted the fact that it's just action steps. It's not just action steps that bring people to high levels of success with their money, their love, their body, their path to God, or whatever their spiritual path is. It's not just action steps. Hell, you could take action steps all day long for a year or 2 or 3 years, and if they're not the right ones, you're not getting anywhere. In this focus, and this idea of the power of focus and the One Thing Theory, we're saying whatever you've denied, delayed, procrastinated, go after. Now, when you're going to go after it, those action steps won't be easy. Guess what? They're going to be uncomfortable. And that's the whole purpose of the exercise. It's usually when we attack things and do stuff on a daily basis, action steps on a daily basis that we'd rather not. That's where the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow lies. Doesn't that make sense? So grab that paper. Here we go. There's 6 areas that you want to look at when you're trying to find your one thing. And at first, the one thing can be elusive. Why? Because the subconscious mind, which we've gone into great detail in our previous books about, doesn't want you to change. So it will actually come up with, oh, my goal really is X, when it's not at all, just because that's easier than what the true goal is. So here we go. Category 1. In the One Thing Theory, to try to find out what your one real major goal is. It's called relationship with self, and I'll come back to that. Number 2, career. Number 3, spiritual or religious path. Number 4, finances. Number 5, health. And number 6, relationship with others. Now, when you're trying to figure out which area of life is the one you've denied, delayed, procrastinated the longest, it shouldn't be too hard. You write down all those categories, and they don't have to be in any kind of order, but relationship with self, career, finances, spiritual path or religion, health, relationship with others. You write them all down, just like I'm telling you right now, and you just take a look at them. Which one jumps out at you as the one you'd rather not go after? Which one is the one that you've said for 10 New Year's Eves in a row, I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to start saving more money, or I'm going to forgive this person from the past because it's hurting me more than them, or I'm going to find out how to increase my confidence in life, or I'm going to get into a different career or a different job. This one's killing me. You know, when you look at that list, you can start to see, oh, okay, I see what David's saying, the one I don't want to go after, the one that's been hanging on for a long period of time? Is it emotional spending, emotional eating? Yeah, is it that we're not exercising and our doctors told us for 15 years we really need to because we have too many risk factors with our health? I mentioned the whole career thing. Are we in a dead-end career path or doing something that we absolutely hate? Are we interacting with other people on a regular basis that we don't really enjoy, but we feel we have to because we're codependent? What is it about us? Do we have very little energy, and that could be health related? Are we not taking care of ourselves, which is all about us, right? So we want to look at the subcategories. Everything I've just gone through are called subcategories. We want to look at the subcategories in the one thing theory once we figure out which area of life is the one we've denied, delayed, procrastinated the longest. So let's take relationship with self. We're just going to break this one out and make it easy for you. So let's say that you look at it and you go, you know what, I have not taken care of myself for years. The whole relationship with self is my one thing. It's the thing I've denied, delayed, procrastinated. So now it gets really interesting. Do you have a lack of confidence? Do you have a hard time setting boundaries with others? See, this is still within ourselves. Do you not find joy in the daily walking of life? Are you too busy? Do you not have time, or you think you don't have time to take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically? Isn't that interesting? They can all sort of lump together, can't they? What have you denied, delayed, procrastinated doing the longest for you? What is it? What's that thing with relationship with self? That thing that if that's your area of life that you really need to attack because you've denied, delayed, and procrastinated going after it. Or let's switch categories and go to money. Are your expenses too high? Is your income too low? Do you have too much debt? Do you even know what your expenses are? Do you have a budget? See, any of these could be the one thing underneath that whole concept of finances, right? All right, what's next? We'll just grab another one. We'll say health. Are you overweight? 70% of Americans are. You might easily fall into that category. Is there too much stress? Do you struggle with sleep? Do you have high blood sugar, high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels? See, within each of the areas underneath these 6 that we're talking about, there's one that you've got to start with. Now, I always caution people, let's say you choose health and you go, I've got to lower my blood pressure, quit smoking, quit drinking, I've got to get my cholesterol down, and we go on and on and on. Well, that's way too overwhelming. Pick one, just one, and go after it until you master it, and then go after the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Now, within the one thing theory, you're going to find out it's going to be very difficult for you to accomplish this on your own. You're probably going to need an accountability partner. That could be a friend, usually not your partner, your intimate partner, usually not a family member, because when you start getting into that, we have family members that turn into Hitlers when we ask them to hold us accountable and then we wreck the relationship, or we have family members who let us get away with everything because they're codependent, and then we don't accomplish our goals. So it's usually better to get someone from the outside world. It could be a counselor, a coach, a therapist, a financial planner. There's all kinds of, a personal trainer, nutritionist, all kinds of people, but you need someone to hold you accountable. Why? Big breath, because we're going after something we've denied, delayed, procrastinated for years. We're probably not going to be all that excited in the beginning of doing it. But I'll tell you what, from 1996 to today, when we apply this technique to people that we've worked with and they hold true and they do the work, they're amazed at the end of 6 months or a year how their life has radically changed by going after the one thing. The one thing theory that we trademarked in 1996 is the most powerful goal achievement program in the world. I guarantee it. As a matter of fact, all of our work is 100% money back guaranteed, but this is the most powerful. When you go after and do the goal that you don't want to do and you achieve it, guess what? Not only have you broken through something you procrastinated for years, you've denied for years, you've delayed doing anything about for years, but your confidence and your self-esteem, simply self-love, go through the roof, okay? So let's slow down and do it together. Again, the one thing theory states that at any given time in life, there's only one goal to go after. It's the one we've denied, delayed, procrastinated. And when we do attack it for 6 months to a year, our life will radically change. I want your life to change. I want you to put all this in writing. Next up is going to be, hey, what do we do once we figure out what that one thing is? Well, you've got to put action steps in writing 5 days days a week, specific action steps. Like Monday at 7 a.m., I exercise. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., I work out, right? Or Monday, I hire a budgeter, someone who's going to give me the ideas and the template to get a financial budget into place so I see where all my money's going to. In other words, don't trust your brain. Put the action steps on paper. Make sure they're measurable so you know if you're actually doing what you say you're going to do. And I'm going to remind you this again, get an accountability partner. The one thing theory, the thing that we don't want to do and we attack it, has radically changed millions of lives, and I want you to achieve the same. If I can help you at all, email us through talkdavid.com. Have a great day.